a boy in Ohio, opened his Christmas present in 1950. Inside was a small box of real uranium ore. His parents smiled. The label said educational. It didn't say the ore was radioactive, or that the boy would hold it, just inches from his face, to watch it glow in the dark. This is the true story of the most dangerous toy ever sold to American kids, and how it ended up under Christmas trees across the country. If stories like this are your kind of obsession, everyday things hiding a dark secret, hit subscribe now. This channel is built for exactly that feeling. It was Christmas 1950 in-store windows across America. Sat a strange new toy. The box was the size of a small suitcase with a picture of a split atom on the lid. Inside were the words, Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab. Price $50, enough to feed a family. For a month back then, America had just lived through a war ended by the atomic bomb. The word atomic was everywhere, and people were both scared of it and fascinated by it. One man believed something. Kids shouldn't just fear the atom, they should understand it. That man was C. Gilbert, already famous for building toys that taught real skills, steel construction sets, chemistry kits with real chemicals inside. Gilbert believed kids could handle serious tools if adults trusted them. So he built the Atomic Energy Lab as a real mission, not a gimmick, the US government's own. Atomic Energy Commission helped guide what went inside the box. This wasn't a rogue toy maker, it was a real partnership between a toy company and the same government that built nuclear weapons. Inside sat a working Geiger counter, a small brass tool called a spinthariscope that let a kid watch tiny flashes of light from radioactive atoms breaking apart, and 4 small glass vials holding real uranium ore, sealed but not shielded. From the child holding them, the boy who opened his kit that morning had no idea what any of this meant. He just knew the box felt heavier than a toy should when he switched on the Geiger counter. Near the ore, it started clicking, slowly, then faster, like it was trying to say something. The instructions told him to darken the room, so he did. Curtains closed, lamp off. He lifted the spinthariscope to his eye. At first, nothing, then in the dark, a flash, then another. He was watching individual atoms break apart, inches from his own face. Scientists had used tools like this for years, always behind gloves and glass. But there was a huge gap between a trained scientist studying radiation from a safe distance and a 9-year-old in pajamas, holding the same material on his bedroom floor. The uranium ore looked almost boring. Dull, gray, metallic, no glow, no smell, no obvious warning sign. The only clue to danger was that clicking sound, growing faster, the closer a curious hand got. The manual treated fast clicking almost like a video game score, never explaining what a safe distance actually was or how long was too long. The kit taught curiosity. It never taught caution. Radiation doesn't burn like fire or taste bad like poison. Damage builds up quietly over years, invisible until it isn't. The ore in these kits was low grade, and most reviews suggest any single child's exposure was fairly small, but the real issue was never one child's exact dose. It was a whole culture, teaching kids to love something without teaching them to respect it. Alfred Carlton Gilbert was already a toy legend by 1950, a former Olympic gold medalist who believed kids rise to meet whatever seriousness adults hand them. By the years after the war, Gilbert saw himself as more than a businessman, an educator on a mission. He genuinely believed American kids needed to understand atomic science if the country wanted to stay ahead in a nuclear world. Most historians agree this was real patriotism, not just marketing, to build this kit. Gilbert's company got direct help from federal nuclear officials connected to the same commission that regulated the country's most dangerous material, private industry, and government science, working side by side. Here's the uncomfortable part. At the very same time, officials were helping approve this toy. Other parts of that same government were secretly finding that older, radiation safety limits were far too generous. The knowledge that would have made this toy controversial was already piling up in government files. While these kits sat under Christmas trees, nobody was lying. They simply didn't know yet. What later research would prove. Gilbert called this kit one of his proudest achievements for the rest of his life. Real trust that kids could handle real science. That trust moved faster than the safety research meant to support it. The Atomic Energy Lab vanished from stores fast, pulled within about a year or two. The official story blamed the $50 price, but that doesn't fully explain why a flagship product, backed by the government, simply disappeared instead of getting cheaper, like most struggling toys did. What's clear now is how little the box told anyone about actual risk. No warning about repeated exposure, no limit on how long a kid should hold the ore or how close to sit. The manual stayed upbeat throughout, never once treating a fast click as a reason to step back. By the mid-1950s, understanding of radiation's long-term effects grew fast. Uranium miners were getting sick in large numbers. Survivors of the atomic bombings in Japan showed health effects that only became clear years later. Safety standards that felt fine in 1950 looked far too loose by 1955. There's no solid evidence this toy caused documented harm to any specific child, but this story was never really about one measurable tragedy. It's about a country willing to hand its kids real radioactive material with less caution than it gave the acid in a chemistry set sold in the same aisle as toy trains, wrapped in the same cheerful language used to sell a bicycle. Most surviving kits didn't survive because families treasured them. They survived because families forgot them, pushed into attics once the excitement wore off. Today, the few kits left live a strange double life. In museums, they're treated as remarkable pieces of history, real proof of a moment when Cold War fear and childhood wonder collided so completely that a toy company shipped actual radioactive rock into American living rooms. When a complete set shows up at auction, it draws attention from people who can barely believe such a thing was ever legal. Modern safety rules have changed so much that a toy like this would be basically impossible to legally produce today. That says less about one company's mistakes and more about how far our understanding of radiation risk has traveled in a single generation. This toy was never hidden. It was advertised proudly, backed by the government, sold openly to parents who genuinely believed they were giving their kids a piece of a brighter future. Its danger wasn't a secret. It was simply unknown, buried by the plain human limit of what an era hadn't yet learned to measure about itself. Danger rarely comes with a warning label attached. In the moment, it hides inside good intentions, inside a father's proud smile, in a store window, sure he was buying his son a piece of the future. For one strange moment in American history, the atomic bomb came home for Christmas, wrapped in plastic, glowing softly in a child's dark bedroom. That's the story of a toy that put real uranium in the hands of American kids, sold with a smile, backed by the government, and forgotten just as fast as it appeared. If this kind of hidden history is what keeps you clicking, make sure you're subscribed.